Hello everyone, my name is Madison and welcome back to Hopp'in Help, and today I'll be teaching you how to care for your white street frog. Now, white street frogs, commonly known as dumpy frogs, are well known for their huge personalities and are personally one of my favorites. Don't tell the other frogs. Now, they can range from a dark brown color to a light green, kind of like Jack here. The lifespan of a white street frog in captivity is about 5 to 7 years with great care, and in the wild they can live to be about 10 years old. For sexing your frogs, males tend to be smaller than female and a bit more slender here like Jack. And they also will have vocal sacs, and when they are calling or want to call, their throat will be out and enlarged, when females tend to be bigger and chubbier and do not have vocal sacs. I wouldn't suggest mixing these animals with any other frog or animal. You can't recreate the wild, so you can actually harm the other animal by having the frog in the tank with them, and you can harm the frog. It is suggested to have 2 or more frogs. They are very social and they just do better in captivity with other frogs around them. These frogs aren't very hard to care for. I'd say it's about an intermediate level of taking care of frogs. Maybe this be your 2nd or 3rd species. They are very messy. That is really what gets you. You have to spot clean every single day. I do. You have to make sure the water bowl is full and clean. So care-wise, it's not awful, but cleaning up after them, that is what gets you. So you need to be very committed when you get these frogs. Males can grow from 2 to 4 inches, which is 5.8 to 10.16 centimeters, and females can grow 3 to 5 inches, they are larger, which is 7.62 to 12.7 centimeters. In the day, white street frogs sleep, kind of like Jack is doing here. They'll sleep in the corners or sides of your terrarium, under leaves, and in decorations. And if your frog is sleeping on the ground, that is a sign of an illness, so I'd highly suggest contacting a vet or someone like me to help your frog. At night, white street frogs are very active. They'll be soaking in their water bowl, hunting for food, or looking for a mate. White street frogs will eat about anything, but crickets should be their main diet. You should powder them with calcium dust though, because it gives them needed nutrients. For a snack, white street frogs can have butterworms, hornworms, moths, and red wigglers. Mine really love moths, so they like to chase them around the tank. It's good exercise for them, and it helps them learn to hunt. Why crickets should be their main source of food is because they can get really fat, and I know that sounds kind of funny and maybe they look cute that way, but it's not good for their health to be that big, so that's why it's good to keep worms as a snack and crickets as their main food source. White street frogs are very friendly. You see Jack is just asleep on my shoulder. Mine like to sit on my shoulders when I'm cleaning their tank. They really like human interaction, but you don't want to interact with them too much, especially not holding them, because of the oils on your skin can harm them, especially if you wash your hands a lot or have lotion on your hands, or if you're cleaning like windows and you have Windex on your hands, that can harm the frog because they drink through their skin. So with the oils on your hand, they are actually absorbing that into their skin. So if you have chemicals on your hand, it's very bad for them. So having them on your clothes like this is just fine, but I would only have them out for about 15 to 20 minutes if they're on your hands, and only about 30 minutes if they're on a shirt or on gloves or something. Now here's my white street frog's tank. They need lots of space to jump around, so I have this all open for them to move and exercise. Also, I would highly suggest using dirt or coconut substrate for the bottom for their bedding, because they do poop a lot and it's easy to scoop the poop up when you're spot cleaning. Now for my water bowl, I have a hanging Zoom Ed water bowl, which was sadly discontinued, so you cannot find this anywhere. I bought it off Amazon when it was still kind of available, but it is discontinued. I really like it and they really love it, so sorry, Zoom Ed, please make them again. You can always have a water bowl on the ground. I have a little one right here because one of the white street frogs likes a water bowl, not the hanging one. I don't know why, they're picky. You can also have a vivarium too. Life plants are good for any species of frogs. I do not know the name of these 2 plants, but I know they are non-toxic. That is something you have to check before buying a plant and putting it into your frog's tank. These frogs really like to hide in little nooks and crannies, like one is hiding right here in the nose of the skull, so I highly suggest having aquarium pieces in here. I know this was an aquarium set. I believe this was for frogs, and it's actually a log that should go on the ground, but I turned it this way so they can sleep vertically, and they really like it. And then I also have these right here. They're called mossy sticks. I really like them because it gives some structure around the plants, because these guys are really heavy, so they can't necessarily jump onto the leaves, but they can jump onto the mossy sticks. The average tank size a frog needs is 36 inches by 18 inches by 36 inches. In centimeters, that is 91.44 by 45.72 by 91.44. 2 white street frogs can also go in a 20-gallon tank, which is literally half of this tank. These frogs aren't the best for beginners because they need that level of commitment because you have to clean them every single day. So if you really love frogs and you own 2 or 3 other species, I would highly suggest these guys. But if you are a beginner and you're looking for a frog that's easy to care for, I'd suggest a fire-bellied toad or a common toad. I'll have both of those links to their care sheets, and I will be making videos about how to care for them. Also, the care sheet for white tree frogs, which I directly read all of this information off of hoppinhelp.com, will be linked down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe for more, and have a happy day. Goodbye.